at 4 first. The highlights. Lagos State government earmarks 20 million naira to empower young entrepreneurs with outstanding business proposals. President Tinubu approves 1.8 billion naira for education rehabilitation of rescued Chibok girls. On the foreign scene, United Kingdom Deputy Prime Minister resigns after error in property tax. In sport, Gabon's Pierre Archo to take charge of 2026 qualifying match between Nigeria and South Africa. Now the details. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Lagos State government, through the Ministry of Youth and Social Development, has set aside 20 million naira towards empowering young entrepreneurs in the state with outstanding business proposals. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Tonyo Okeosonyintolu, stated this at the formal opening ceremony of the Amplify Business Clinic organized by the Ministry in Surulere. Okeosonyintolu said the Ministry needed to broaden its scope in terms of youth development to address the challenges faced by the demography. She urged the 92 young entrepreneurs selected out of the 700 that submitted applications to maximize every moment of the business training program to acquire the skills and knowledge they need to amplify their businesses. Lagos State Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture has rallied the support of relevant agencies to strengthen emergency preparedness, safety awareness, and environmental cleanliness across the state. Special Advisor to the Governor on Tourism, Arts and Culture, Idris Aregbe, stated this while inaugurating the Lagos Tourism Support Services platform in collaboration with strategic government agencies. Aregbe said this is in a bid to guarantee a safe, secure, and enjoyable tourism experience during the Ember month. According to him, the initiative is in line with the administration's Themes Plus agenda of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, which seeks to create an enabling environment for businesses while also promoting Lagos as a safe, clean, and tourist-friendly destination. The special advisor emphasized that the Ember months are usually a busy period in the state. Hence, the need to synergize to ensure safety awareness, crowd control, and rapid response during emergencies. Today is International Day of Charity. The day was established with the objective of sensitizing and mobilizing people, non-governmental organizations, and stakeholders all around the world to help others through volunteer and philanthropic activities. 5th of September was chosen to commemorate the anniversary of the passing away of Mother Teresa of Calcutta, who received the Nobel Peace Prize in 1979 for work undertaken in the struggle to overcome poverty and distress, which also constitute a threat to peace. Charitable efforts now influence public policy, fund innovation, and support communities where public services fall short. In fragile regions, they often fill critical gaps where government cannot. Now to the rest of the stories. President Bola Tinubu has reaffirmed his administration's commitment to the education and the rehabilitation of the rescued Chibok girls, approving a total of 1.85 billion naira to sustain their academic and welfare support until 2027. The Ministry of Education explained that the government has so far committed 1.85 billion naira to cover tuition fees, accommodation, vocational training, psychosocial care, medical support, and parental assistance. Education Minister Tunji Alausa noted that the government support for the Chibok girls is both a financial and moral obligation, with President Tinubu showing statesmanship by prioritizing their education above partisan politics. Beyond tuition, the intervention program also provides vocational starter packs, child and parental support, surgical care, travel logistics, and national health insurance enrollment. The House of Representatives has resolved the standoff between the federal government and indigenous contractors with payment set to commence on Monday, September 8. Deputy Speaker Benjamin Kalu, who led the House Committee on Budget Implementation to a meeting with the contractors, announced that all parties agreed to a settlement in the interest of the economy. The resolution followed an expanded meeting convened by Speaker Tajuddin Abbas, where over 80 contractors and their leaders engaged in open dialogue with lawmakers. Kalu expressed gratitude to the Speaker and his colleagues for entrusting him with the responsibility, noting that the agreements reached would be mutually beneficial to both government and contractors. On his part, Minister of Finance Wali Edo commended the Deputy Speaker and the House of Representatives for the intervention, assuring that the payment will commence next week. In foreign news now, British Prime Minister Angela Rayner has resigned after saying she deeply regretted her mistake over underpaying property tax on a new home in a damaging blow for her boss, Prime Minister Keir Starmer. After Britain's independent advisor ruled that she had breached the ministerial code by failing to pay the contract tax, there was little Starmer could do to protect his deputy. Rayner, who is 45-year-old, is the eighth and the most senior ministerial departure from Starmer's team and the most damaging yet after the British leader offered her his full support when she was first accused of deliberately trying to avoid paying the correct tax rate. Starmer has now suffered the most ministerial resignation outside government reshuffles of any prime minister at the beginning of their tenure in almost 50 years, more even than Boris Johnson in his chaotic period in office. In sport now, Pierre Archo Gabonese has been appointed referee for next Tuesday's 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying encounter between South Africa and Nigeria. The highly anticipated encounter will hold at Toyota Stadium, Bloemfontein. Archo will be assisted by his compatriots Boris De Soga, Amos Ndong, and Craig Mukangi, who will serve as Assistant Referee 1, Assistant Referee 2, and 4th official. Democratic Republic of Congo's Olivia Kabena will serve as the referee assessor, while Ugandan Mike Letty will be in the role of commissioner. And that's it on the news at 4. But just before we go, ensure the registration mark on your vehicle is clear and visible at all times. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. Visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. You can also listen to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM live on My Lagos app for timely updates. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration organized a forum for women across the 57 local government and local council development areas in the state with a view to enhancing their productivity and economic growth? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Government, through the Ministry of Youth and Social Development, has set aside 20 million naira towards empowering young entrepreneurs in the state with outstanding business proposals. President Bola Tinubu has reaffirmed his administration's commitment to the education and rehabilitation of the rescued Chibok girls, approving a total of 1.85 billion naira to sustain their academic and welfare support until 2027. We also told you that British Deputy Prime Minister Angela Rayner has resigned after saying she deeply regretted her mistake over underpaying property tax on a new home in a damaging blow for her boss, Prime Minister Keir Starmer. And finally, in sport, Pierre Archo Gabonese has been appointed referee for next Tuesday 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying encounter between South Africa and Nigeria. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Adewale Olowoporoku. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Welcome aboard to the return trip.